Hello, everyone. Okay, so what we're talking about today is my unscripted opinion on Left 4 Dead 2. So we can kind of get straight into that, because this isn't a long game. This is quite a short game. If you've got 4 hours on hand, you can easily speed through it. Now, unfortunately for me, because I can't remember anything, Left 4 Dead 2 is very obviously a multiplayer experience. And for me, playing with no friends, well, let's just say my experience was subpar. With friends, it would have actually been way more fun. But it was just me. So, let's get into my subpar opinion. So, if you're looking for a game that has lore, story, whatever, this isn't your game. Again, as I said before, this game was meant to be played multiplayer, so basically everything, including the campaign, is set up to be played with friends. The campaign is mission-based, and you just kind of go in and out of every mission, with no story cutscenes or anything. Most of the time, you're just running through killing a ton of zombies. Now, that's not a problem for me, because if you like killing zombies and shooting guns, you got that here. But I would have had a much better experience if I had friends to play with. So the solo experience is fairly bleh. It wasn't bad, but I had to keep finding ways to entertain myself. Like, oh, I shot that zombie in the head, look at it explode, whatever. I had to keep thinking to myself, on ways that would make it fun, because I would just find myself turning off my brain and going through the motions instead of enjoying the game. Now, if I had a friend there, it would have been different, but it's just me and some AI. Now, let me give you a little context going in. Just a little story, I guess. When I was a kid, this game in particular freaked me out. There is a portion in the very beginning kind of cutscene thing when you get into the game where the spitter zombie is like crawling up a log that 2 people are taking cover behind. Now, when this game was available to me, I was sleeping on a couch, and when I would lay there, I would always imagine the spitter either outside the window or gonna crawl up the back of the couch. Now, that freaked me out, obviously. I would have, dreams of it a lot. Not to mention the place that I was at. I wasn't comfortable and I was constantly on edge. But that's besides the point. I was scared of this game. Am I scared of this game now? No. Played things like Dying Light now. I love zombie games, alright? But little me back then just couldn't handle it. It was the witches, really. The witches in the game with their crying sound effect and everything. It just freaked me out, and I literally couldn't do it. So, I had never played this game to completion before. The only times I played it was on the survival mode with my brother. Specifically the Burger Tank map. And that's it. That's all I knew. So, while going through it now, it was definitely interesting to see the missions. I in particularly liked the Hard Rain one, where the storm started coming. It felt very atmospheric. There isn't too much to note on the other missions, other than a theme of press this, turn it on, defend yourself from a few waves. Once it appears, get on, keep going. Okay, cool. There is something to say about the very last mission in particular, just the fact that it was very kind of glitchy and annoying. There's a portion in it where there's a tank, and he's punching around cars and whatever. And sometimes you would either get insta-killed from the car, or I had one in particular instance where the car landed on me and I was inside the car and the AI were unable to revive me. So that's where I got slightly frustrated at it, but eventually I finally finished the last mission and it was all alright. The one thing that I do like very much about this game that I haven't really seen other games in particular do at least quite as well is the audio cues for everything. There are musical cues for everything. Every special infected, oh, a horde's coming, Well, here you go. Some music that portrays that. Everything has a cue to it, and all of the music is very unique in between all of the cues, so you know exactly what's about to happen. I really enjoyed that. It sets the mood really well when you're going through it. But out of everything that this game has to offer, that's all I'm taking from it. Maybe if I had a friend playing with me or something, I would have liked it more. But I didn't exactly have that opportunity back when I was young or now. So all in all, it's an okay game. Would I recommend it? Maybe. I would probably recommend it for a first playthrough, but be sure to bring a friend, because if you're playing alone, it's kind of boring. You turn your brain off a lot. But if you have a friend, be sure to at least play this with them, because the experience will be good. There are plenty of moments in it where there's fun to be had if you have someone with you. And that's my opinion. So, I want to thank you all for listening. I appreciate all of you. I hope you know that. And I hope you all are having a good day, night, or morning whenever you're watching this. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.